what's going down. Some shit you gotta peep unless you sleep. But one of the sheep, you now rocking with the elite.
Welcome back, man. Another episode of Neighborhood CEOs. Of course, I got my man Lamar in here, and y'all know I'm John. We got a special edition today on Neighborhood CEOs, man. We got one of our day ones. Number one, I'm gonna call him the number one supporter, man. Before, I mean, some people say we big. I don't think we big yet, but we're gonna speak it. We're gonna speak it that way. But when we had 1, 2, 3 followers, a couple episodes, and this dude was he was checking for us, so we got him on here, man, just to chop it up. He said he got some takes he want to throw at us. He want to double check some stuff, some conversations we had in the past, and some stuff we got going on in now and in the future. So Lionel, as we say, just one of your guys, man. So
Facts.
you know what I'm saying. Tell him who we got, man.
Nah, man, like you said, man, like number one supporter, man, day one supporter, man. But this one of my day ones, man. Like, when you talk about your cousin Jack meeting up at the family reunion with the basketball battles, like this was my basketball battle right here all day, man. But hey, we go back, shoot, since I can remember, man. It's my cousin, man. He's a father. He's a husband. He's a son. He's a grandson. Like he plays a lot of different roles in a lot of people's lives, man. Always been a stand-up guy. Always had morals in check and alignment, man. And hey, man, I'm happy that you on, man. So without further ado, I want to introduce my cousin Lamar Higdon, man. How you doing, brother?
Hey, I'm blessed, bro. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Peace and blessings to both of y'all brothers. I'm grateful for actually being able to be on the podcast with you guys and chop it up for a little bit. So, yeah, I'm talking to two celebrities, regardless of how you want to consider yourselves. But to me,
We'll
y'all
take
speak it into existence. So yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Lana, he got that podcast voice, man. That late night radio voice, man. You don't do no podcasting, man. You ain't never did no podcast.
I was the funny thing about it. I was trying to get into it with my best friend, and I was telling Lionel about it. I was trying to do it like a dad podcast, just talk about like fathers of color and our experiences and so forth. That's still on the table, but only time will tell, So
yeah. Hey,
one
we
thing at a
was
time.
trying to go that way too, but we still do talk about it. But that was what I wanted to do at first. Is like strictly like black fathers, whatever fathers you want to call it, but mainly what I'm saying, highlight what we do, how we get looked at, and sometimes how we don't get our credit that we should get. So yeah, it's definitely ain't too late for that, man, because it ain't a lot of that out here. So you definitely it's definitely a lane for you, man, whenever you're ready.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate that.
Jump in it.
I appreciate that.
Until then, you can catch us on Father's Day chopping it up about it for sure.
Yeah, that was a good episode too.
Yeah.
That was a good episode too. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
man.
So Lamar, man, since we were talking earlier, man, what kind of, since you've been checking us out, man, tell us like, what you think we're doing well, what you think, what I'm saying, what's your views on it, man? Give me some feedback on what you think neighborhood CEOs got going on so far, man. What you like and what you maybe what you don't care too much for, man.
So one thing that I look for in a podcast as a listener is consistency. You know what I'm saying? So I know Cuzzo was on a previous pod, and I fell in love with it as well. Good conversation. The content was good, but it was inconsistent. So I'm like, 1 week, then it's like 3 months, then it's two back to back in the same week. I'm like, I can't get enough of it, But it was just very hit or miss. So the consistency of your releases every week, trying to do it on the same days as well, so it gives listeners something to look forward to. That's one thing I'm big on with podcasts. Like having like, okay, I know Wednesdays tomorrow morning I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be what's the one I told you about, Cuzzo?
Know Thyself or
Know Thyself and Michael Beckford. Yeah. So I'm like, I look forward to those. Like, so looking forward to y'all podcast on when y'all release it, having it weekly. I like the the consistent questions that y'all ask to your guests at the end.
Yeah,
That's like something to have a staple like that to make sure like the guests have something to look forward to, and your
mm-hmm.
listeners have something to look forward to as well, as far as people dropping gems and leaving something like leaving a little snap on that particular episode per se.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
things that I would say,
yeah,
give that person
yeah.
something to look forward to
Little
as the
build
episode
up,
starts. Yeah,
a little
exactly.
build up.
Like you can do
Yeah,
your whole little spill in the beginning, and then the music comes on, and then boom, you kind of chime into go into the episode or whatever it may be. But for the most part, man, I think you brothers are doing an excellent job. This is just coming from being a pure listener.
yeah,
I'm
hey,
not
Yeah, no doubt.
not in that industry at all as far as media and all that stuff. But
yeah.
from a listener, I appreciate what y'all guys are doing, and I think you guys are doing it right. You have some amazing guests. I mean, like I'm like these guys are already well connected. You know what I'm saying? I know everybody
Hey,
in
but
Charlottesville, bro.
yeah,
Like,
but that's
God,
that's how like it's kind of like we can't even help it, man, because we really, if we had it our way, we of course we could go and pay for this stuff, but we feel like most everybody say you just got to go, you just got to start. So
yeah,
we wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I was like that, like damn, I want the music, I want the graphics, I want everything you talking about on the first episode. But the first episodes ain't as good as the last episode. So if we had all that stuff, then they're like, why these guys got all this stuff? They ain't even that good. They ain't even, they not even, what I'm saying? As of course I don't think now it's more natural. Like me and Lana used to rush, like write down what you think you want to do. Write this down. So now we last couple guests, we ain't even write nothing down, man. We just,
Mm-hmm.
jot it down real quick, whatever. But it's kind of second nature now. So I agree with you, man, as far as like the intro music and stuff like that. We had some people send us some stuff. We might try to go online and like buy a beat to put it on there, but it was just that thing where you just got to go, man. So we worry about all that stuff later. But I'm with you on
exactly.
that because I like that when I listen to podcasts. I like
Yeah,
that build up, that anticipation, But that's why we talked about all that in the beginning about being consistent, making sure people know, because like I said, I didn't know long until Lionel told me like how you was rocking with us, but it's probably some other people that's like if we just dropped them Monday, next week Thursday, people looking forward to us. So so you don't really know how impactful you can be when you consistent, no matter what your product is, when they can know like we can expect it every saying Monday, every Tuesday. So that's good advice, and that's stuff that we was, kind of working on in the beginning. We got the music coming though, man.
yeah,
We're gonna
yeah,
get
for
it in
sure,
there.
for sure. Like I said, that's a minor thing. Like you said,
Oh,
like
that's a big
just
thing
getting
though, because I like
just
that.
get yeah, but just getting it out, like you said, and like the biggest thing is consistency, man. Like I even told Cuzzo before, I don't know if he mentioned it to you. I know time. We got family, and time is always a crunch
Yeah.
for time. But if you don't think you're gonna be able to get up the following week for a pod, see if you can do a double pod in one night. You know what I'm saying? You started at 8. You saying it
Mm-hmm.
just be y'all two, and then you got your
Yeah.
guests come on at 9. So
Yeah.
you bang out 2 episodes. You release one next week, and then the following one you got. You know what I'm saying? Or you got to play around with it
Yeah.
and make the best use of your time. You know what I mean? So
Mm-hmm.
to your ability. So.
Hey, Lord, he got our phone tapped, man. He tapped
Yeah,
in with our
man.
conversation, man.
Ah, man, just hey, it's the truth, bro. Like,
He
Yeah.
locked
you know what I'm
in, man.
saying?
Yeah.
So,
Nah, but no, it's
100%
I appreciate the support, man. You hit me up after every pod, man, giving me your
facts.
feedback, and nah, man. But that I appreciate that. Whatever direction it goes in, because I think that's how we get better. And that's how anyone gets better, just getting good feedback, positive feedback, or just in general feedback. Period. And yeah, man, I remember when I was doing the other pod, man, because he let me know, everything good, man, but I got to be more consistent. You know what I'm saying? So everything he said now, he definitely
Yeah.
was giving it to me there too, man. So nah, you're right, man. That consistency is key. It's a key to everything. So you don't have it, then you can't get those reps in.
Yeah,
That's
Yeah.
facts.
that's anything in life.
Yeah,
If you halfway
repetition.
doing it, yeah, you halfway doing it, you're not gonna get better at it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt,
Yeah.
man.
But we ain't never, I think we might have did two in one night before, but it wasn't two whole ones. There was like,
Okay.
we did something, and then that was when I guess I got to say it now because we did the Drake and Kendrick thing. No,
Oh,
no, I think it was J. Cole. It was when J.
okay.
Cole hadn't responded. So
Response.
we
Okay.
did something about that. So it was like 15 minutes. So since we had
Yeah.
got done, we was like, let's go ahead and do this. So one thing about this, that's why we got to start doing more live because we miss current events. You know, we
Okay,
ain't
so
we
yeah,
not a Joe Budden podcast or that type of podcast, but we still want to be able to touch on stuff that's happening. So that's why we start the weekly, where it's just me, you know, us on here talking about whatever happened that day, and that just can go out, no editing, no nothing.
yeah, just
So
raw.
we can
Yeah,
address more current stuff, because now we talk about something right now, we release it next week, but it ain't, it's dead. You know, it ain't
yeah,
news no more. So that's the reason why I feel like that'll be beneficial, man, because people can, you know what I'm saying, just like you waiting for the podcast on Monday morning, somebody be waiting for it on a Tuesday night. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Why they, you know what I'm saying? Because I see my wife doing it all the time. She listening to people talk bacon, people talk about whatever they talking about, taking trips, and they just sitting around just talking. And
yeah,
she's tuning in, but they just sitting in their room. These people driving in the car, and they just, you know what I'm saying, that's just people that she fans of that got a following, and they just go live, and it's 1,000 people, you know what I'm saying, watching them. So yeah, but I think we gotta, that's the next thing we gotta do, is
yeah.
to try to
Cuzzo,
get
he
some more
actually he
engagement, man.
yeah, Cuzzo actually asked me about doing a live thing for this one. I told him I was like, just I didn't elaborate a little bit on it, but it was just more of the times that I've used IG Live is always some connection error, like issues, and it's like lagging or depending
Yeah.
on the connection. So that was my experience. So
Yeah.
I
But
was
this
like,
thing, this right here that we using, I think now my wife, she, all I do is sit down, she push the buttons. I'm a little bit better now, but all I do is sit right here. She tell me, "Hey, you good?" So, so what she told me with this program that we can
okay,
do, this right here can kind of, you do it live here, and it can kind of go to the Instagram, the
okay,
YouTube. So it's a little different, but we haven't tried it yet. So
okay,
that's another reason why we didn't do it. But that's how we're gonna try to do it. So to still be on this program right here, but it'll be able to, I guess, like connect to, so whoever's on Instagram, whoever's on YouTube, and maybe Facebook. I think Facebook too. So yeah, but I
okay.
feel you on that. That's what we had last night.
Mm-hmm.
We had that problem last night, man, where
Oh yeah.
we had something going on, but it had some connection problems, man. So
Yeah, that
I feel
live
you
is
on that.
very tricky. It's a tricky thing to
Yeah,
like
man.
to
Yes,
deal
sir.
with. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
So
man.
what y'all guys, man? Hey, y'all boy messing with the Olympics or what, man? Y'all into that? Y'all been messing
yes,
with that or
sir.
not?
Every sport possible, bruh. Every
Yeah,
sport possible, man. Like it's a beautiful time, bruh. Like every 4 years, the best of the best of all sports.
Right.
Some sports that I feel like shouldn't even be sports, but yeah,
yeah,
it's the best of the best. Like when you sit back and you can, like sit back and watching surfing, for example. Like
yeah,
I'm like these dudes and young ladies out here in the middle of the ocean surfing
Mm.
30 feet waves and just having the
Right.
time of their lives. I'm like, how you getting judged on this? Like, what's the rules?
Right.
Like,
Right.
how you about
Right.
to get, like, you know what I'm saying? How you comparing a gold medal if they're not catching the same waves? And I'm just like little things,
I see what you're saying.
intricate
Yeah.
things like that. But it's like
yeah,
it's amazing to watch all these athletes, the best of the best throughout the
Mm-hmm.
world compete and then have like camaraderie and love and
yeah,
compassion and be there for one another. It's just a reminder that something that we need in this times that like
Mm-hmm.
humanity, we need to come back together, you know what I mean, and
yeah,
that we are the same, we're no different, like we all breathe the same air, you know what I'm saying, we got our hearts, lungs, we got the same extremities and all that good old stuff. So
yeah,
um
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's a blessing in my opinion
yeah,
to be able to watch these amazing athletes. So
yeah.
Nah,
I
that's
feel you.
fire. Now I was seeing the Canada and Greece game, and
Mhm.
SGA.
Yeah,
He was on one last night.
yeah,
So
yeah,
like you talk about the camaraderie and like the putting your country on your chest, right, and your back, right. It's seen like that energy, like there's a representation there for sure. And like you said, I mean, I think that goes unnoticed, like the plight of the of where the world is,
yeah,
and you see unity because we don't really get to see a whole lot of that on our soil. We get there's a whole. I mean, right now there's a hell of a lot of divide right
yeah,
now.
division.
facts.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Yeah,
saying? And even with I know we not the sidetrack us too much, but even with the announcement of Kamala running for president, right? Like these
hmm,
got two polar opposites. Like
yeah,
this joint's about to get crazy.
yeah,
You
man.
don't
yeah,
know, right?
man.
It's two polar opposites. This is about to be about. This is about. I'm on the roll with who I look like, more or less.
Yeah,
For
Yeah,
lack of a better word. So
yep,
I think this is having the Olympics is great, right? Because then you get to see everybody as one,
yeah,
versus all this divide.
Yep.
Yeah.
Agreed.
What's up with Jace? He watching the track? He be watching that track and field Olympics?
Yeah. He watched the Noah Lyles joint. Was that Sunday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he watched that. He was hyped off of that. I'm like, man. He's like, man, he the fastest in the world. I'm like, can you really say that? I don't
Yeah,
know.
hey, that
Like,
little
is
shoulder
he really?
lean, that
You know
shoulder
what I'm
lean.
saying? Like, but that's what they teach in track, though,
Yeah, it's
man.
part of it's part of it.
It's
Yeah.
part of it. So,
Yeah.
but when you think about, I seen this clip where they had Usain Bolt compared to the other guys. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
he had like a
His
at least
stride, bro.
a stride, in
Yeah.
front of everybody. So,
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
So is there
I
any
like all that
particular
too.
sports y'all or events y'all checking for in the Olympics outside of
Man.
basketball? I know.
I don't even like the basketball, man, because I feel like, of course, that's my sport other than football, but basketball my favorite, my number one sport. But I don't like it, the Olympic part, because it's like if we don't win by 20, then win by 5, it's not really like really you lost. That's how they viewing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of agree, even though the Europeans or the foreign countries, they caught up with us in basketball a little bit, but they really not caught up like that though. I mean, it's a
Yeah.
few people, but we still should be dominant in basketball. So I mean, I'm watching it. Of course, I don't want to really see a close game, but that's what I would watch a close game because that's more entertaining to watch than
Yeah.
them getting blown up by 30. So I'm more like looking at the track and field, the swimming stuff that I ain't normally watching year round. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? So that's
Yeah.
what I'm into. Just because for some reason at this time of year, like my kids, they are 8 and 5. They play soccer, they play tennis, and that's all they
Okay.
play right now. So they don't play nothing that I played at this age. But since the Olympics on, or they swimming too, so they watching the swimming, they
Yeah.
watching the track and field. So that's whatever they going on that I'm watching it too. So the horse racing, the shooting, I mean all the different stuff. We like 3 kids because I didn't even realize they had all these sports
Yeah.
that they
Right.
compete at. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like a I don't know, man. It's like a carnival of sports, man. It's like you could sit there all day
Yeah.
and watch shit that you never even knew was a sport,
Exactly.
or you
Yeah.
just, you know what I'm saying. So it's entertaining like that, man, because there's so many. I mean, it's a lot of sporting events on, so that's a
Have
good
you
time. It's almost like the worldwide March Madness, man.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
know what I'm
that's
saying?
a good example. Yeah,
Like
no,
every
that's a good
day
example.
something's on all day long, man.
Yeah.
So I think it's good though, man.
Have you got into the decathlon by any chance?
I seen somebody doing it the other day, but I didn't really sit down and watch it. But
So
I
that's
did
like
see it.
that's the ultimate Olympian. They do
Mhm.
10 events, and then if you actually watch them and compare their times and their
Yeah,
distances on certain events, it's like, how are you that good at each one of these events that you can actually compete against the other people that's actually single, like that's their only event? Like to be able to be the best in the world and get a gold in that, like that's the ultimate athlete. Like,
yeah.
I mean, you're doing the high jump, the javelin, you're running 100 meters, the shot put, like it's like you're doing so many different events, and yeah,
And
Do you know all 10 of them?
I don't. I'm not going
So
to lie to you.
that was a question or nightcap.
Okay.
Ocho asked Shannon Sharp to name all 10 events in the decathlon. So I think he might have named them all, but I'll just you got half of them, so I thought
Yeah,
you might have knew them all. So
Nah, that's
yeah,
that's where I stopped where I did because
yeah,
yeah, that's about
yeah,
it.
yeah. But they, they
yeah.
they do that on the AAU level too, man.
Oh,
Decathlon,
where?
That well, there's one under it. It's the
triathlon or something.
triathlon. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
triathlon.
yeah,
But it's similar. Like they
yeah,
doing multiple events,
mm,
and they did it. They had to go all the way through. They had the Junior Olympics just was last weekend. 2 weekends.
yeah,
It was like
Okay.
last weekend. Junior Olympics, the nationals. So now it was pretty cool to kind of see like these kids. And man, I'm like Jace. He's finally getting to a point where he's competing. So we advancing through the levels now. And it's like,
yeah,
okay, this is what's going on this level. It's like levels
yeah,
to it, right?
Yeah.
And so
hmm,
then you kind of seeing it on a whole nother, because they don't really practice that on the regular invitationals and things, but
yeah, yeah,
because everywhere don't really hold those matches, but those events, but seeing it, on that next level, man, it's pretty cool. To kind of,
yeah,
you really looking at these kids like, man, like, all right, this is the goal, right? And like this every 4 years, you're like, okay, training their whole life for these moments.
Yeah.
You know, so that's pretty neat. To kind of
Training
see
their
that.
whole lives for 9 seconds.
9 seconds.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? 9 seconds.
Yeah, I had somebody was asking the other day about how you fall start a track and like that's a wrap for you. So I
Yeah.
was like, damn, that's kind of bad, man. You talking about 9 seconds. You might train for your 4 years and you don't even get 9 seconds.
Yeah.
But then they said like you couldn't really do away with that because you could be trying to get an advantage by false start knowing you got two. So if you say, boom, I'm a false start on purpose, to get whoever is worse than with me, get them off of their game. So you kind of got to keep it like it is because I was like, damn, that's kind of messed up that you got one false start and you done.
Yeah, I
But
didn't even think about it like that. Nah, you bring up a valid
because
point. Yeah,
The
nah.
strategy. Yeah, I ain't think
yeah,
about
because that's what
that.
I
I
would
didn't think
do,
about that at all.
especially if
Yeah,
I'm an
facts.
underdog. If I'm an underdog and I'm like Sha'Carri or Hussein Bolt, like I know they faster than me, so all best I can do is just jump off.
Yeah.
And if I happen to beat the gun right on point, I got a good start. But if I fall start, then hey, oh well, we just go back do it again. You know what I'm saying?
But that's my biggest disappointment. You brought up Sha'Carri. That's my biggest disappointment.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you about her, man. You say that's disappointment. See, that's what I was gonna say. She got silver. You know what I'm saying? So, like, how disappointing is it? She got silver, but
Homegirl had wheels and she raced though.
Yeah, but when they broke her down, though, they said that really she didn't really run her good race. Remember we talked about it with Ball Hawk about your PR. So her time in that race was like bad. So she was second, but she didn't have, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, say she ran a 10-3, but she ran a second place and got a 10-9.
10-9.
So you were slow. So you were slow. The other person just was a little bit less slow than you, but so you didn't really run a good race.
But bro, even in her trials, though, she wasn't locked in.
Yeah, that's what they broke it down. Once they broke all that down, I was agreeing with it because at first I was like, why people was hating on her? You got second place in the world, but she wasn't really ready to run her. It looked like she wasn't prepared like she's supposed to be.
She looked, the nerves was getting to her, bro. Like, I mean, the nerves. I mean, you're on the biggest stage. You know what I'm saying? This is the Olympics. Like when they called her name and she did her little thing, she didn't look like you said. To your point, she didn't look locked in. You know what I mean? Like she looked like she was there, but you can see that little uneasiness. You know what I'm saying? Like
you can feel
the slight doubt. You know what I'm saying? In her mind, you
the
can see that
slight
doubt. You know what I'm saying?
You say doubt, doubting you out. So
facts.
Nah, man. But you're right. I mean, second place, but
that ain't what we wanted for her. That ain't what I thought. I thought she was gonna crush everything. But now track is a sport that I'm gonna say people catching up. Basketball, we talk about, we shouldn't have no issue. We shouldn't have no issues forever, man. I mean, and we just shouldn't, man. That's our game. We got the best athletes. You know what I'm saying? They got good players everywhere in the country. But track and field, that's a sport where everybody fast. I mean, the Kenyans, Africans, even other countries. Sure. So everybody's fast, man. But I mean, like you said, if she ran her best race and she gets second, then that's we take that. But we can all like agree that she wasn't on point on that race. So we'll see what happens, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, like you said, Hawk talked about it, like sometimes in that training, man, people peak too soon, and I think she got to go back to the drawing board, look at that training. Yeah. But I think that was. I mean, but she like you said, man. All the world is catching up to track. It's been caught up to track.
Yeah.
Jamaica been running the show, but the girl won. She was from St. Lucia, right?
Yeah. So the Africans was claiming her, but really she ain't from there. So you know what I'm saying, they was claiming her, but. Really, she from, I don't know exactly where that's at, but it ain't where they say it's at. But but hey, but I like all that joint, man. But I tell you, what y'all think about that pay, man? Y'all heard about the pay they get?
Yeah, 37,000 or something like that for. What? Is it only for gold or is that for all medals?
Yeah,
just for gold.
Well, I hope it's. I don't even know. So that means they might get less for. Oh, that's bad,
so
man. But that's for us though.
Yeah,
I think
compared to other countries,
Japan is like 500,000 or something, or 700,000 for
crazy,
gold. Yeah, that's bad, man. I mean, what you competing for, man? If you don't got no sponsorship, if you don't got no sponsorships, and you coming over here, you going in the hole to go to the Olympics.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because you got coaches, you got track, you got your coach, your trainers. I mean, your you got to come over here, and that's all you're gonna make. So if you're not a marketable athlete, then really this ain't for you, man.
So what does it mean when they go pro? Like when they go
Hey.
pro in that joint. Because I heard like Shakari, she went to LSU, then she went
Mhm.
pro, right? So like, is there
There's
like a
just
world
it's a circuit.
federation
It's just circuits, I guess.
circuit? Okay,
Yeah, I
okay,
guess. And
Yeah,
then
okay.
you
yeah.
just
Just meats.
you can yeah, you just
Uh,
have your meets, and then if you
uh,
place, you
Yep.
it's almost like golf. You know what I'm saying? Like everyone that
Yeah.
doesn't make the cut, you don't get paid just because you watching. You know what I'm
right,
saying? So wherever you
right,
place,
right.
that's where
So how
you
you get
fall
your
in
bread?
line. So like
Got
she might do a meet, and she comes in first place. She might win 5,000.
you.
You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
something like that. Maybe 10,000, something like that. But that's
Yeah.
kind of how
I
it
got
is.
you. Okay,
So
okay.
and then it leads up to the worlds, and then
I
from the
see
Yeah.
what
That's
you
worlds you get.
said.
You know what I'm saying? So
so it's all a race to qualify for the Olympics. Is that right? Is that
yeah.
how I do? Or to the World Games,
Yeah, so it's
and
like you have
then
your U.S. Open. It's still like it's almost just the same thing like how it is when you're in school. You know what I'm saying? So you have
Right.
yeah,
you got your regionals, you got your
yeah,
county, then you
Okay.
got your
Okay.
regionals, then you got your states, then you got your
yeah,
nationals. So it's the same type
Mm-hmm.
of thing. You know what I'm saying? Because then
yeah.
you have to qualify for the U.S. nationals.
Hmm.
You got
Got you.
to place to make it into the world finals. You got to place in the U.S. finals or U.S.
Yeah,
nationals, and then
Mm-hmm.
kind of that type of thing keeps continuing on or
Keep
whatnot.
going
So
on. Right.
yeah.
yeah, it's so many
Yeah, that's
different
bad. It's a
variables and
dirty.
steps.
It's a dirty
Yeah,
game. That's a dirty
yeah,
game. It sounds like to me, man,
yeah.
because
Right.
Facts.
it just looks like if you're not, for as a woman, if you're not attractive or you're not marketable as a woman, then you don't really get no sponsorships. And then as a male, if you don't have a personality, or if you don't got some type of gimmick with you, just to be, I mean, if you just fast, I guess if you fast and you first place and everything, then you're gonna get sponsorships. But like Shakira, she almost had to be like have that flavor that she got because you know what I'm saying. Because if you lose, you still got to be, your sponsor still got to be able to, you know what I'm saying, to market you or, you know what I'm saying, pay you however they pay you. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's
Mm-hmm.
that's rough though. When I heard about that $37,500, I was like, man, I
Yeah.
ain't never think about it, but that's kind of crazy, man. As much money as we make off these events and off
Yeah,
these
Mm-hmm.
sports, that's all they paying. But I guess it's like the Super Bowl. When they say you perform at the Super Bowl, you don't get paid to perform at the Super
yeah.
Bowl
It's
because
just
we're giving you the publicity, we're giving you the
yeah,
stage. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why when they thinking about the track and field, like you on the biggest stage nationally in the world to be on TV. So you do your job, and hopefully somebody want to come and put their brand beside you.
yeah.
You
Mm-hmm.
know.
Mm-hmm. So you brought up the basketball team earlier. Who y'all got as being all time greatest team, USA team? I know the
Oh, you know what
'90s. You
I
got
got?
the
You know what I
who
got,
you
man.
got?
I got whatever one Kobe was on, man.
Kobe
That's the
was
one
Yeah,
I
on.
got.
hey,
Yeah,
hey, all right, hey, this is a great pod right here. Now we talking. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm a Team Mamba, man. I'm a
Yeah.
yeah. So
Lakers
what's
guy. I'm a
that? What's that?
Lakers
What's
guy.
that called? What's that?
The
What's that team?
redeem
Redeem
team.
team.
The
Yeah, the
Redeem
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 team.
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 Yeah,
The
yeah, yeah.
Redeem team.
That
This
Mamba
one,
mentality.
yeah,
Yeah.
this one is good.
Good
I don't,
too,
I
man.
don't, I don't think the '92 team. I'm not going with that because they had too many people that really wasn't even playing. Like Larry Bird wasn't even playing.
Yeah,
His
Mm-hmm.
back was messed up. He didn't really play. I don't know if Magic played, but I don't think Magic was. He couldn't deal with these guys as they are on the
Right.
Redeem team or on this team. So
Right.
I'm really thinking
Right.
the
Right.
Dream Team might be the third best team out of them three teams, man.
The
I
Redeem
The
team.
mean,
'92, the
yeah,
'92.
Right.
yeah,
92. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm
yeah.
gonna
Because
go.
that's a different style of play too. That was like
Yeah,
slower,
It
more
was.
physical, slow, but like they
yeah.
weren't running up and down the court pulling trays and like yeah,
They
no, it's
had
a different game.
them
Yeah,
statue big men, Patrick
Yep.
Ewing. What they gonna do with, what I'm saying? It's gonna be different if they could slow it down and they're gonna be more physical with this team right here. That's why I feel like that Redeem team. I can't remember everybody was on there, but I know that's the team I'm going with anyway
oh yeah,
I know.
yeah.
because
I
Hey,
know
they
the
got
top
Mambo on
five.
there. They got Mambo on
Yeah.
there. Hey, I'm going
yeah,
with him. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yep,
Simple as that.
yep,
That's
Mm-hmm.
my
yep,
goat. I mean, I
yeah.
call it
That's
what
it.
it is. That's my
That's
goat. You
it.
know what I'm
That's
saying?
it.
So
There you go. There you
that's
go.
my goat. You know what I
Now
mean?
you
I'm
talking.
only. I'm just gonna be honest. Hey,
Yeah, boy say old people say
yeah.
you cooking with grease now. Now you cooking with grease, man.
Yeah, man. So
Yo,
I
I
got I
got
gotta
some. I
ask. I
got.
gotta ask.
Uh,
Is that your watermelon juice, man,
Nah, that's a
or
mixture, man. That's a
okay? It's a
little.
mixture. Okay, okay.
Nah, I ain't really. Nah, that's right there. What's in that right there? But that's watermelon, strawberry, and mint
Okay,
leaves,
okay.
mint leaves. Yeah, so that's what I put in there.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right in
that's what
my
I.
alley, man. I do the health coaching thing and all that stuff on the side. So like, yeah, I love to educate people on those like smoothies, juices, and
Yeah,
just nutrition in general. So like, health and fitness is priority for me. Like your health, like I know you've all heard it, health is your wealth, health is wealth, you know what I'm saying? If you
Yeah.
ain't got your health, you ain't got nothing else. And it's,
Yep.
I mean, it sounds cliche or whatever, but it is the truth. Like, how can you be there for your family if you ain't there for yourself? And it all goes
Yeah.
back to self-love. So yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
you work out every day?
Every
Do
single
you
day.
like
Every
every
single
single
day.
day?
Yeah.
That's how you
I
start the day, or you do it at night, or you do it in the morning?
I will say this. So I used to be a morning gym guy. I wake up, 5 in the morning, try to be at the gym by 5:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
That was before I had my son. I got 3-year-old or whatever. Soon he was born.
Yeah.
Obviously things changed. Gotta
Sure.
Yep.
adjust schedules and all that. So now I'm a PM guy. You know what I'm saying? Either
Mm-hmm.
PM or if I wake up early enough, I go downstairs and do a little workout in the house or whatnot. But yeah, it's mandatory. That's part
Mm.
of my
Yeah.
religion, bro. Like, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You gotta mind, body, and soul. So you gotta keep the temple right. You know.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's fire.
I ain't on. I ain't working out as much as I'm eating. I'm eating better than I'm working out. But I be doing something. I ain't every day though, but I be trying to run. I just started. I hate running. I just started back like waking up in the morning, taking a little jog. I had a little. Well, I can't speak on it. I had a little issue, but we wrong, and my employers might be watching. So don't
Yeah.
worry. Don't. I'm good. I feel good,
Yeah.
man. So
Yeah.
like LeBron, I got the shoulder
You got the
rub,
shoulder.
man. Shoulder shrug. I feel good, man. But
I hear
Man,
you.
he gonna hit it. Hey, Lamar, he gonna hit it with that Ezel,
Yeah,
man.
you
My back.
yeah.
I'm on
Hey, yo,
150,000.
go ahead.
But
yeah.
I settle for 40.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man, that's
Yeah, but
hilarious.
I be doing a little something, man. But yeah,
Okay.
that's Lana said you was that was your thing, man. So that's
Yeah.
what's up though, man. Cause
Yeah.
hey, don't never let that go, man.
Yeah, I'm
You
just
know what I'm
trying to
saying?
educate.
Because
You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to educate our people. You know what I mean? Like, because
yeah,
we, coming being melanated people. Like
hmm
we tend to say, "Oh, this runs in my family," and all these things.
yeah,
In reality,
yeah.
what runs in our families are bad habits.
That's it.
Um,
That's it.
Somebody has to be the change though. So like, I don't know if Lionel told you, but I became a vegetarian.
I was
I
gonna
want to
ask
say
you
it's been
about.
like 13 years ago.
Damn.
13 years ago. I'm primarily now, I'll say I'm about 90% plant based. I don't like to call it vegan and all that stuff
Yeah, yeah.
because I still like honey. I feel like there's a lot of healthy properties in honey and all that. And
hmm
if you're getting it from local sources, you know what I'm saying, your farmers markets and stuff like that,
Yeah,
it's not, supporting big, the big industry or whatnot. So I would say I'm about 90% plant based. Um, and I will say it gave me a different perspective on my body, life, different foods, different cultures, because I had to
hmm
step outside of my element, you know what I'm saying? Like growing up eating hot dogs, hamburgers, you know what I'm saying,
At the
fried
Q.
chicken,
At the
fried
Q.
fish, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Eating all that good stuff ain't hey, to each his own, you know what I mean?
nah,
When I say
nah.
good, I mean good tasting. But
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, and then gets to a point you're like, hold up, well, this person got this and that person got that. So it wasn't until I was 23. I'm 37 now. I was 23 and I got diagnosed with high blood pressure. And I
damn.
was always in the gym after high school. I was the jock in high school. I was a running back, linebacker, kicker, and punter. I never got off the field. You know what I'm saying? I made second team All Met in the DMV area. Um, so, but my grades, I was just chasing, you know what I'm saying, chasing the honeys. You know what I'm saying? My
Yeah,
grades wasn't the par or whatever, so I never went to school or nothing like that. So I always joke with my buddies or whatever. I'm like, my story is like, if it was Monday Night Football, I'd be like, how they give you the intros or whatever. I'm like, Lamar Higdon, 23 credits, Montgomery College. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all I got. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
23 credits. You know what I mean? But hey, I'm a manager of a biotech company now, so like, I'm just blessed. You know what I'm saying? So, but overall, when it gets back to the health and all that stuff, man, it's just about once I found out that I had high blood pressure. Um, it was right around the same time I met my girlfriend, now wife. Um, and she was a vegetarian. She's Brazilian, and if you know anything about Brazilians, they eat nothing but picanha, which is nothing a certain
Pork.
cut of steak or whatever.
Sure.
yeah,
And I mean that's what their culture is based off of. But she was vegetarian, but she did it primarily for animal rights and all that stuff. She was like, this is animal cruelty and all that stuff. For me,
yeah,
she was
yeah,
just it wasn't. I didn't do it for that. Like I
yeah,
was like, you know what? Let me just go and try to see if it'll lower my blood pressure or whatever. And so I did. I did it for a month. And I'll just be honest with you, wasn't the cleanest. You know what I'm saying? I was eating black bean burgers like every other day, still eating pizza. You can still eat Doritos. You can still eat Oreos. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd be amazed at
Yeah.
what you can still eat. You know.
Yeah.
So I wasn't eating the cleanest or whatever, but I did a whole month. I was like, I'm still alive. You know what I'm saying? I'm still good. I ain't
Yeah.
die. I'm the same weight. I'm still going to the gym. Then 1 month turned to 3. Then 3 turned to 6, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do the whole year. And then the whole year turned to 13 years later. You know what I'm saying? And
Dang.
then constantly growing and just like so. Primarily, I did it for my health, which in by me doing so, I ended up losing about 40 pounds. Got off of blood pressure medicine, lower my blood pressure and all that stuff. Um, then around that same time, my father passed away. It'll be 10 years this year. My
Yeah.
father passed away from a heart attack at work at the age of 51. Um, and so that was like that extra push to reassure that I needed to stay on the same path, the
Yeah.
fitness journey and taking care of my temple and so forth. Because it was like to this day, I always think about like he'll be 61. Actually, wow, I'm tripping. His birthday is actually tomorrow, August 7th. So
Damn.
he'll be
Wow.
turning 61, tomorrow, whatnot. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's like there's so many questions that I would love to ask, but I can't. You know what I'm saying? Like in the sense, like yes, I still ask the questions. You know what I'm saying? I'm in
Yeah.
tune with meditation and all that stuff, but like in the physical, like he
Yeah.
was never here to see me get married, to see his grandson, to see his son buy his house, see his daughter graduate from college, get her master's. He wasn't here to experience any of that stuff. So
Yeah.
like for me now to me having a kid, it's like I really gotta prioritize my fitness and my health and my self love. So everyone like I notice a lot of parents think of like I gotta do this for my kids and I gotta be there for my kids, but like you really gotta be there for yourself and it's all about self love first. You cannot love your kids. You cannot love your spouse if you do not love yourself and make time for yourself. You know what I mean? So um, after like just going through that experience with my father losing my father, and then recently I don't know if you know John, but Lionel, I'm sure you're aware. Like I lost 3 of my grandparents in the last 9 months. You know what I'm
Damn.
saying? So I lost 2 grandparents in April and May of this year, and then my other grandfather back in November of last year. So just like being surrounded around death and handling it pretty solid because I'm in tune with like the spiritual. You know what I'm saying? We
Yeah.
could talk about that later or whatnot if we got some
Yeah.
time,
Yeah.
but um, I know they were still with me. You know what I'm saying? Energy is never destroyed. You know what I'm saying? It just changes forms. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
like I know they're with me at all times, but like just reconnecting with that and just putting things back in perspective and just making sure my diet is in tune, staying like what you're taking into your body as far as music, TV, Instagram, whatever your vice is, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
you it's more than just one way to feed yourself, you know what I'm saying? You got to feed your mind, which is primarily if you're going to listen to some good pods or pick up a book and
Hmm.
read, you know what I'm saying? Expand your consciousness that way, you know what I'm saying? Then spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Do your do your gratitudes and say your thanks and all that, your salutations and all that good old stuff.
Yeah.
Um, and then of course your body, you gotta stay physically fit. Like the clients that I have, they're like, oh, everyone says they don't have time, but in this world, all we have is time.
Yeah.
That's what we all have time, but we just don't know how much we have. We just have borrowed time. So it's like,
Yeah.
why keep pushing off what you can do today for tomorrow, man? Just do it today because tomorrow's not promised, you know?
Yeah.
So I know I said a mouthful. I apologize.
Hey,
You know what I'm saying?
before
Like,
Lionel gonna go, but first, man, I'm gonna ask you, how old is this Instagram picture you got, man? Because it's got to be when you lost. You look different in this picture, man. On your Instagram picture, that's an
yeah,
old picture, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
What
because
which
I
with my
your profile
the
picture.
profile? Oh, that was actually earlier this year. That was when I was at
Yeah,
work.
you look different because when you say you lost weight, I was thinking like I'm looking at you, so I go look at the picture, and I was like, it looked like you lost weight, not in that picture, it's from right now.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely have. From that picture, that was earlier this year. So let me go back. So earlier this year, I turned it up a notch. So I was
Yeah, I
like,
can see. I'm trying to tell you, man. You look at that picture, man, and look at yourself right
but
here.
here's the
It's
difference
different.
though. This is the one thing I did though. This is what I did. The only change I did was I stopped drinking. I put down
Hey, I see it. I can see it right there.
I put down the drinks, bro. Like
Hey, I can see it, dog.
so I try to do the dry January, you know what I'm saying? I try to do that for the last 3 4 years. And my birthday's in January. So I'm like
Mine too.
every time I get to January 20th, I'm like, it's my birthday, it's my one day, I'm gonna have a drink and then Then I go spiraling down. Then next you know it's the Super Bowl. I would have a drink for the Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? Next you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
it's my wife's birthday in April. It's always an
St.
excuse.
Patrick's
You know what I'm
Day.
saying? Yeah, it's
St.
always
Pat.
something. Yeah,
Always
Cinco de
something.
Mayo. Next you know it's
Yeah.
Labor Day or Memorial Day. Then it's summertime. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And you just back to square
Hey,
one.
they got
But
it set
this,
up for you, man. They got it
yeah,
set up for you, man.
exactly. The alley oops, throwing alley oops
Yeah,
for you.
yeah.
But this year I didn't give in, man. I didn't give in, and I was like, you know what? At the end of the month, I was like, I'm not missing anything. I realized that
Mhm.
Yeah.
what was happening was this: I would go to the beer and wine store after I get off of work on Friday. I'm going to the beer and wine store. I'm just not getting a six pack. I'm getting six pack. I'm getting gummy bears. I'm getting, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting Doritos. I'm getting the snacks to go with it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So speaking on the gummy bears, I did want to bring this up from the pod with I think it was Ball Hawk.
Yeah, yeah,
So the ones that I'm gonna say, man, is the Albanese World Best. Those gummy bears, man, let me tell you, they
yeah.
them things, boy, them
Hey,
things is a problem.
when you said that, I remember them. Soon as I read the comment, I was like, yeah, they up there too.
Yeah,
They might be in front of my Black Forest, man. I think they in front of my Black Forests, man.
yeah,
So the
Yeah,
ones that I said, I don't know the name of them other ones. It's like the ones I was talking about, the other ones, those and the ones you talking about, they 1 and 2.
yeah. Like they don't get stuck in your teeth. They nice and juicy, but that's a whole other topic. You know what I'm talking about? Trying to talk about health. Hey, I'm
Yeah,
still. Hey, you got to
yeah,
live
we
a little
good.
bit. You gotta live a little bit. But yeah, but like all joking aside, like so by me stop drinking, I just stopped going to the store and buying, consuming those things. So, and that just played a big part in me losing about to date about 17 pounds. Like, and that's just purely off of just stop drinking and
Just in this year.
just this year. Yep.
Yeah,
It
yeah. That's what I
didn't do
said.
that's
anything.
what's up, man.
You said that picture was the same. I was like, no, that ain't it. You lost weight in there since that picture right there. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know why I could just tell, but that's what it looked like. Like some, not like actually like 30, 40 pounds, just like when you start like eating cleaner or cut out something like sugar or
Yeah.
alcohol. That's what it looked like.
Yep.
Hmm.
And it's just yeah, alcohol. Because I'm like, man, my diet is for the most part it's there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
It's been there for 13 years, but yeah, it's just the drinking, bro. Like, and then you
You
start
gotta
to
get
really.
cuz with you, man. Get cuz
Yeah,
come on
yeah,
with you, man.
I'm trying to, man. I'm
Bring them
like,
with you, man.
what you got in your mug, man? What you got in your cup over there? Trying to hide it, man. What you got in
Nah,
there, Joe, man? You got some.
I be honest, today is water. Sometimes, yeah, I be getting little with it. It's
Oh man,
H2O today.
yeah. No, I hear
Hey,
you. I hear you.
I think it was one pie. I was like, "What you got, man?" It was like a big bottle of Belgium. Like, nah,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
wanted to
yeah,
say in this mug though. When you look at this mug,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, the cup said, "Enjoy the journey."
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
why I told Lon the other day. I told him I was like, when he telling me about what you be doing, y'all, your, you know what I'm saying, your habits, eating habits, exercising. I was like, damn, that's good because we got somebody that's all the way right. I'm in the middle. And Lana, he tiptoeing, he back and forth, he jumping back and forth across the line. I was like, so
Yeah.
that's good that you, because I'm saying you showing. I would have know if after Lana, say what he want to say, like what you eating, man, because when I think of a vegan, I'm thinking like what I'm gonna
just
eat
eating
grass.
grass.
That's
Yeah,
that's that's what I think about, But I know, like, I see, like, I watch Country Wayne videos a lot,
yeah,
so I see him. I see him with different little snacks or whatever that he eating, but I still don't see him eating dinner. I hear some stuff he eat like vegan spaghetti, pasta, stuff like that. But that's supposed to be in my mind. That's like fattening. It's
yeah.
be eating pasta. So you know what I'm saying. I just like to know like some of the things that you actually eat being a vegetarian.
All right, so it's gonna sound weird because I get this all the time when I'm gonna say pause. I'm not into all that New York pause
Nah,
stuff.
we
You know what
from
I'm saying? We
Virginia, man.
grown men. We
We from
grown men.
Virginia.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I was born in Charlottesville, Martha Jefferson Hospital. You know what I'm saying?
There
I
you
was just
go.
raised in the DMV. So yeah,
There you go.
but um, with that being said, I lost my train of thought. See, worried
Yeah,
about
your diet.
pauses and all that stuff.
What you eating? What you
Yeah.
eating like
So
throughout the day?
throughout the day. So first, I get this all the time. I can't believe you're vegetarian. You're the biggest vegetarian I've ever seen, type of thing, right? So
Mm,
for the most part, man, I eat 1 to 2 meals a day. I normally skip breakfast. My first meal is normally around 1 o'clock, and I'm breaking it with like bowls of berries, blueberries, blackberries, watermelon, fruit pretty
Yeah.
much. I'm doing lots of fruit. I'm gonna say at least about 3 pounds of fruit. You'd be amazed. Like you got a bowl of berries and 2 bananas, you already at like 2 pounds right there. So
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah.
It seems extreme, but it's not really that
Yeah.
extreme. So I'll start it with something like that, and then my wife again. She's a Latina from Brazil, so like Brazilian culture means rice and beans every night, baby, for the most part. You know what I'm saying? That's a staple, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You getting your complete protein right there. Um,
Mhm.
there's definitely a miseducation when it comes
Yeah.
to food too, as far as plants and fruits and all that stuff. All plants and fruits have protein in it.
Protein. Yeah.
Everything. First of all, protein is an amino acid. So like obviously I'm sure you guys follow other people online and done seen things online at this point, but like just think about it this way, like where do the biggest animals on earth eat? For the most part, they eat
Plants.
plants. Where do they get their
Plants.
protein from? Like no one questions that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we question,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying, where we get our protein from and all that stuff. So I'm gonna tell you where it's from. That whole protein thing is a myth from the bodybuilding community that was started back in the late 70s, 80s,
Yeah.
and that's kind of been just a promotion by, been promoted by those GNCs and all those different companies and all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's one thing on that. But let me go back to diet or whatever. What I normally eat. So like I always have fruit every single day. That's a must,
Yeah.
guaranteed. Rice and beans, and then salad. Don't really do too much. Like I try to stay away from like the processed veggie burgers and all that stuff. Cutting back on it. I'll say that.
Yeah.
But it made me and my wife be more diverse in our recipes and try to be creative. You know what I'm saying? Make cooking an art. May make it enjoyable to do something together. So like we got plenty of vegetarian cookbooks and stuff like that. So I can make my own veggie burgers now, where I'm taking black beans or lentils mixed with some quinoa, make patties. You know what I'm saying? Just play around with it and just try different things, different textures,
Yeah.
and different vegetables that I would never have tried if I probably would have stayed a omnivore per se.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. Nah, it's
Yeah, well,
real.
it's
I mean,
possible then. It's possible then.
nah,
oh,
That's
it's
all
definitely
I can say.
possible, man. If there's a will, there's a way. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah,
you just
yeah,
have to be mindful on. Like I'm always gonna be the first to tell anyone. I'm like, what you eat don't make me shit. You know what I'm saying?
mhm.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
so, I'm never gonna come at you from being a plant-based
yeah,
eater and
yeah,
try to like
yeah,
persuade you. I'm like, hey, you should be doing this. Would you? Nah, bro. You go do you, and I'm gonna
yeah.
do me, and we're gonna
Yeah,
see how things turn out. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
I'm only gonna come to you with facts, and I'm gonna try to educate you on it if you don't know. And if you do know, then okay, you know what I'm saying? But it ultimately is up to that person, that individual to do it. You know what I'm saying? So I think one of the questions that was gonna be brought up was just like, how do you make a diet a lifestyle, right? Because
Yeah.
I'm glad that was one of the best questions that you could have potentially asked, because like I get that all the time. Like I try to tell people like, oh, they're like, I'm doing this diet. I'm about to go on vacation. I'm like, diets. First of all, diets don't work. They
Mhm.
never work,
yeah,
because you get your goal. Yeah, so it works for you to get your goal, right? You get down, you lose your 5, 10 pounds before you go on your honeymoon, your vacation, whatever it is. And then what happens? You go on that vacation, you back to eating, drinking, partying. By the time you come back, you already put on 17 pounds. You lost
Yep.
5 to put on 12. You know what I'm saying? Like, what we
yeah,
doing here? You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then you back to so then after that, you're like, I don't really care about working out no more. Like, I got my pictures that I can post on Instagram, my living my best life, all that
that's it.
nonsense. You know what I'm saying? So
That's
like,
it.
I tell people that all the time, diets don't work. So to make it a lifestyle and to make it stick, you have to make it reasonable. Most of these diets are like not reasonable, man. Like they got the carnivore diet, like they telling you to eat just nothing but meat. Like, no, what? That don't even sound right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And like, or like the 100% raw. I'm not opposed to it, but like the people that eat 100% raw, I'm just like, okay, to each his own. You know what I mean? But like,
Damn.
I don't think I could do that at this point. But it's something for everybody. But yeah, very
It's nice.
interesting.
I definitely put a selfish question on there, John. You know what I'm saying? So, look, yo, because I mean, yo, I'm in this space, man. Like, I'm trying to find this. I try to get back out there, right? and then I herniated a disc in my back, man. Trying to get back out there now. I'm trying to get my diet right. So this week I'm doing intermittent fasting. You know, I've been doing pretty decent with that. This is day 2 though. You know what I mean? So we'll see how day Tuesday. So
Hey, be consistent though. Consistency, man.
we're working with it, right? But to speak to some of that, man, like, so I was a vegetarian for about 3 years, but it was for health reasons, right? And I was cutting my protein. I was trying to limit the amounts of protein I was taking in because I was trying to preserve my kidney health. Because I was passing so much protein through my kidneys. So, and I lost mad weight doing it, but but it was involuntary weight that I was losing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it was the opposite. So, but thinking about like the diet, I mean, I think what made it also a little difficult to maintain it is in my household, I was the only one doing it. So you got, you definitely,
Hey, I gotta go when you're done. I got something for that when you're done. Go ahead.
Because, hey man, if you trying to, like, we make it 3 different meals, sometimes kids may eat something different too. So then that's hard to maintain. You groceries going through, so many different directions. It's just hard to sustain it, but sometimes, man, you do have to just do what you got to do, man, and just like preserve your health, man, and do what you got to do. But yeah, man, you got to get creative with the eating for sure when you're doing the plant-based diet or lifestyle, more or less.
I'm gonna tell you what I learned, and like I said, with my job, UPS, I'm moving around.
Yeah,
but I think like for, you know what I'm saying, if I was at a desk or in an office, you don't really got to eat as much as you think we got to eat. I mean, for real, like if after a while, in the beginning, a couple of days, a week or two, you like, yeah, but after, like me, I got a little schedule that I try to stick to. Well, when I eat, he don't eat breakfast. I eat big breakfast, then a small lunch, and then that's it for the day. And then everything else is a juice, some nuts, some fruit. But I ain't eating but a meal in the morning, 8 o'clock or something. And then at like 1 or 2, I'm gonna eat something, a salad or something, some type of something like that. But I feel like, once you get through that phase where, you know what I'm saying, almost like you break through when you're trying to diet or trying to fast or whatever, it's like, it's easier, man. Especially if you ain't burning a lot, it don't really gotta have as much as like we think we gotta have. You know what I'm saying? Like people just over, you know what I'm saying? You know how it is. You around, like you said, like me, I might do good all week. No sweets. I ain't had nothing all week. No sweets. Now Saturday, I already got in my mind. I'm gonna get dumb on Saturday. But hey, I already know that's gonna be French toast. So I'm gonna do something. I want some syrup on something on Saturday. So, but see, I'm good right now. Like all week, I'm straight. I don't gotta have nothing. But then, like you said, the kids, they got fruit snacks. They got, so I ain't a big chocolate like candy bar eater, but they got cookies laying around. And then you got your hey,
Come on,
and then you got your better half, like you Pookie and his wife. She tell you like, oh, this apple pie sure is good on Wednesday. So I'm like, man, I don't want that, man. I'm straight. You can have some. You can have a little bit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't win. Yeah, man. So I'm trying to do the right thing, man. But when the Pooks, they keep calling me, man.
Calling me, man.
Yeah, but it's tough, man. It's tough. But like I said, once you start a little bit and get through that first whatever, and you said, like Hawk said that day, you like pick your. What he tell you, Lana? He was like, stick to your window. And long, you might overeat in your window at first, but long as you still got your window that you eat in, it's 8 hours. You might have ate more than you wanted to in that time, but if you don't do nothing else the rest of the outside the window, it's still eventually, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna figure it out. So yeah, but that's what it is, man. You gotta have a plan, man. Like you said, it gotta be like a lifestyle though. It gotta be like an everyday. Of course, we all gonna have a cheat day. Maybe you don't have, like, as far as meat, you might not have a cheat day, but as far as like sweets, stuff like that, everybody gonna have that, man.
My cheat day is every Friday, man. Every Friday, I try to buy pizza or make pizza with little man and the family. Just try to make it a tradition. So like, that's my one thing. Like, that's what The cheese, bruh. The cheese is the one thing that just keeps calling me back. You know what I'm saying? That's that. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
So but yeah.
But you know what's
Uh,
crazy, man?
what's up?
Cheese got addictive properties in it like heroin.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. It's hard,
yeah,
man. It's hard. It's
yeah,
hard to quit
yeah,
it, bruh. It's definitely hard to quit it.
yeah. But no,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know
gonna love
what,
that cheese
Lamar,
too.
man, like
Now
he
have
said
it
he
on
love
that
cheese.
cheese too. I'm gonna have it on that cheese.
That motherfucking cheese.
Yeah, I'm more like pizza though. I don't really gotta have cheese. I don't eat too
Nah,
many
but
burgers, too
Yeah.
many
Same.
burgers or nothing like
Yeah,
that. But that pizza, that's
it's the
where it's
pizza.
at.
oh
Yeah,
no,
it's just
Or
the
the
pizza. It's
eggs.
just the
I be I
pizza.
be I be putting the cheese on the eggs too, like
Okay.
scrambled eggs. But I don't really gotta have that. But that
no
pizza, that's
mac
where
and
it's at
cheese
though.
though. No mac and cheese.
Nah,
I
I
mean,
was crushing that Chick-fil-A mac and cheese for a minute, man. When that joint came, I was knocking that off for a little while, man. But I ain't really gotta have it
After a
though.
while, you like, man, mac
Yeah,
and cheese from Chick-fil-A. That shit
yeah.
can't be good.
That joint was
You know?
cracked though. I ain't
No, I'm
lying to
saying
you.
it can't
That
be
joint
good
was.
for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, it's
You know
clogging
what I mean?
everything.
yeah.
Oh
It's
my
clogging.
god, you can feel that shit.
Hey, eat that joint and go lay down. They go lay
Oh
down.
yeah.
Oh yeah, I got ignorant with that with that
Yeah.
mac and cheese with the nuggets, man. You know, you cannot watch these dudes on IG, man. They be doing some wild shit with food.
Yeah,
They
bro.
be doing
Yeah.
some wild shit with food. But you know what, man, Lamar, man, I think you hit it. You shared a gem, man. I don't know if I think we kind of overlooked it, but you have your lifestyle has been your lifestyle to change your health, man, has really been shaped by your experiences, and then also with you
Exactly.
having the why, it keeps you locked in your lifestyle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
And 13 years, shit, that's not easy to stay locked in on a certain
Nah.
way of living your life. And I can remember all of that, everything you said, man. I remember that, and you changing your health. I think it was a little bit before Pops, like you said,
Oh yeah,
before
yeah.
Pops was
Like
passing.
2 years before. Yeah.
Yep, yep. You was at Mom's crib and we was talking, and you was like, "Yeah, man, this is what I'm doing." Dot 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 dot. And like 13 years later, you here, right? You still doing it. So my hats off to you, bro. Man, I'm proud of you, man. Just you inspiring me to get my shit together for real, like to
Yeah.
stay consistent. And that
Yeah.
idea, and I had the same fear, bro. Like that fear of leaving too soon and not being prepared or not having my family prepared.
Exactly,
Yeah.
bro.
Like as a father, like that's a hell of a fear that sometimes that like motivates me to stay locked in and stay grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I know y'all all have kids. I know your
Mm-hmm.
youngest is my same age, 3.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for me, that's my only. So it's like to see like his development too, and just see the happiness that I bring to him, and just like how he picks up and like on little things that I do. Like I get down and do push-ups, and next thing you know, like 20 minutes later, I see him down trying to do push-ups. I'm like, "What you doing over there?" He's like, "I'm getting money." I'm like, "What? What you talking about? You getting money?" You know what I'm saying? 3 years old, and it's like little things, instilling those little things, like the habits that I'm doing, like the positive
Mm-hmm.
things that he's seeing me do, like working out, trying to take care of my temple, and then trying to explain that to him, and like explain it to him now. Like we talk to my son like he's an adult. You know what I'm saying? We ain't doing that goo goo gaga baby talk nonsense. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Never had, never will. We talk to him like an adult.
Yeah.
So and it's just cool just to see that. And it's like as long as I'm here, I want to be able to instill those things, and because he is the future. You know what I mean? Like your kids are the future. Like
Yep.
you are their role models, no matter what they can say. Beyonce or the next track star, or whoever it is their role model, but in reality,
Yeah.
you're their role model. They look to you every single day.
Yep.
So like when
Yeah,
it's
man.
all of a sudden, then when it comes back to that diet, like I get it. But as the head of the household for the most part, and men, like we have to make the change. You know what I'm saying? Like I know you said like, okay, my family this, my kids this, and all that stuff, and it's not taking stuff away from them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's more of just introducing things into the diet that you normally wouldn't eat. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Better eats instead of that's how I would normally approach it with a client. It's like I'm not gonna take nothing out your diet. I'm not gonna tell you you can't have your gummy bears, you can't have your Black Forest, John. You can't have those,
Yeah.
bruh. Now you can
Yeah.
still have them, but you know what I'm saying? Instead of before you had those, go and eat this whole salad real quick. Let it
Yeah.
sit in your stomach for a little bit and see if you still want to eat them Black Forest Jones. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like,
Yeah.
and if you still want to eat them, go and eat them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
but you got to
Yeah.
incorporate better eats in your diet. So
Yeah, man. Yeah, but I don't mind. Like, I think it's. Of course, I ain't gonna say it's easy because I still ain't doing it 100% like I want to. But I'm just saying, man. Like, if you find like you said, of course, everybody got to find a why. But when you got something like health wise, I mean, it ain't like I said. If I ain't had that happen yet, but if I ever went somewhere and they was like some type of knock on some type of cancer or some type of something, oh, it's a wrap for me, man. Like I don't, you couldn't pass me a gummy bear. You couldn't pass if some of that was like contributing to whatever I had going on. So anybody that got like I can't understand. I guess it's addiction, but if people that got like real health stuff like and what they actually doing, like say they smoking, they drinking, or they eating pork, and that's like, man, that's adding on to your compact and your problem. So anybody like that, man, I feel like most people should be able to like shut it down, man. If they got real health issues that they've discovered and they can say like the food is affecting it. I mean, it ain't, especially if you got kids, man. Some people, like you catch an old person, your parents, somebody that been here forever, they 60, 70, they really don't care because they like, hey, I'm already at this age. I've seen all, they got the wrong mindset, but
Exactly. Terrible
they
mindset,
already,
man.
they already, you know what I'm saying? It ain't no saving some people like that. But if you look at other people, like I watch stuff, the good stuff about social media, mostly it's white people, but some black people, they 70, 80 years old, they running up the steps, man. They doing whatever, man. And they just all because of how they taking care of themselves, man. So of course that's like stress too, reducing,
Yeah,
keeping your stress down, like you said, working out, keeping your heart rate up when you do stuff. But like the food, man, that's number one, man.
number
That's
one.
killing us, man. That's
Yep.
killing people, man.
And the one thing about the food, right? I tell people all the time, like clients, is like the gym is that's 5% of it. 95 is what you got on your plate, you know what I'm saying?
That's
Because
it,
like when
man.
it's ultimately said, like you're an adult. No one's force feeding you. No one's putting that in your mouth. You're not a toddler. You're not a baby no more. Like you are making a conscious decision. Like it goes back to me like quitting drinking or whatever. It's like, bro, I am consciously poisoning myself. It's called intoxication, toxic. You know what I'm saying? Like I am intentionally poisoning myself. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like the feelings I get from it is because I'm feeling woozy because I'm poisoning myself. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to poison
Yeah.
yourself, but when I tell people I'm not drinking, there's something wrong with me. No, something wrong
Yeah.
with you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're intentionally poisoning yourself. You know what I'm saying? So it's the same thing that goes back to the food. Like be mindful. Everyone has seen this. My fist. That's as big as your stomach is, man. That's your stomach right there.
That's what I
So
said. So when you
yeah,
stop eating so much, like it kind of like I always say it shrinks.
yeah, no, that's how your joke looking right now, cuz.
Double fisted.
Hey, but we got to get it back right though, man. Like
Hey,
going back,
Yeah.
facts,
like you know what I'm
bro.
saying. I know we cutting it up, you know what I'm saying right now. But like on a
Yeah.
serious note though, like man,
Yeah,
you got 4 kids, bro. You got a
facts.
family, you got a wife. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
man.
You
Facts,
got a
facts.
responsibility. So that is your why. You know what I'm saying. That's your
Yeah,
why.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you know what I'm saying. Your whys don't have to be. Your whys is normally right in front of you. You know what I'm saying. So like
Yeah.
that is
Nah,
your why.
that's
Like
real.
there's no excuse. Like there's more than enough time. Like I told my director last week, he was like, "Oh man, I got to get more time to work out," and I'm like. You don't necessarily need to go nowhere. You don't need to get a gym membership. Or like, what do you do every day? You wake up in the morning, you wash your face, you brush your teeth, right? So before you brush your teeth, do 25 push-ups.
Hmm.
After you brush your teeth, do 25 squats. Boom. Before you put your clothes on, do another 25, 25. You did 50 for the day.
Hmm.
You did something.
Yep.
Do that
Yeah,
consistently. Tie it to
Yep.
something that you already do.
yeah,
So that
Yep.
way it's not,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like what is
You're right.
50 air squats? That
True.
don't take that long. What's that, 3 minutes? If you
Right,
out of
Yeah.
shape?
right.
If you out
Yep.
of
Yeah,
shape, you know what I'm saying? That don't
yeah,
take no time. So it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
attaching little things like that. You don't have to go get a gym membership, go out and buy this whole workout set and
Nah.
all that stuff.
Nah. You
You can
fooling
do some mountain
yourself, man.
climbers. You can
Yeah,
do
you fooling
jumping
yourself
jacks. You
with
can do
that.
jump rope. You know
Oh
what I'm saying? You
yeah.
don't need all that, man. But you need to attach it to something that you do
Hmm.
daily. So that way you
Hmm.
can't find that excuse. Well, like I gotta take the kids over here. I got this track practice. I got this. Those
Yeah,
excuses,
yeah,
bro. Like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
excuses. Like
yeah,
you got
Yeah.
time. You got
Yeah.
time.
that's
It's just
real.
a matter of utilizing it to the best of its ability. You know what I'm saying? Because again, they're your why. You know what I'm
Hmm.
Yep.
saying? And stop poisoning yourself,
That's real.
Hey, but what a vegan? They got any vegan? They got any vegan liquor? Vegan vodka?
man.
They got the THC joint now.
I don't know. That's a good question. I'm not even.
I heard Oceans, what's the joint called? Oceans 21. I heard that was like organic. That's what it was. It's
Okay, it's
organic
organic.
vodka.
Okay.
I don't know about vegan, but I heard they got pork in some of that. Some of the vodkas got pork in them or something like that.
Yeah, a lot of so my wife called me a fake vegetarian because most gummy bears have
Pork and
yeah
gelatin.
gelatin in it.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I try to like
Yeah,
stay
well, I'm
away
getting
from it.
that.
Yeah.
I ain't worried. I ain't worried about that. I ain't worried about
Nah, I hear
Altoids,
you. I hear you. I hear you.
Altoids, all that.
Yeah, all it's like, but
that.
the thing is that
Gum.
you
Yeah,
think about like, but why? Why does that need to be in it though? Like,
yeah.
so like again, like
Yeah.
I'm a manager of the biotech company. You know what I'm saying? So I'm on the other end of like the
Big farmer.
health.
You big
Yeah, big.
farmer, man.
I used to be big pharma. I used to work with GSK, which is one of the biggest. Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
it's funny though. Like all joking aside, man. Like I honestly feel like I'm not a religious person. I'm more of a spiritual person per se, and I feel like God has put me in that industry for the last 15 years to see all the things that bring me back to nature, you know what I'm saying? Bring me back to becoming a vegetarian and trying to do things, get back to earth, connecting back to the earth because like if you think about it, there's no cures to anything. Like we don't make no cures for anything. There's band-aids for everything, but like it's more of like eating your fruits and your vegetables. So your kitchen, your pantry, that's your actual medicine cabinet. You know what I'm saying? That's that's your medicine. The food, the bright color foods. Like it's no coincidence that God has made these foods bright and attractive for us. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like, and no one can tell me like I give people this example all the time when they ask me like, well, oh, I can never give up meat or I'm blah 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 blah. I'm like, so think about this, right? If a lion, and this might be an extreme case or whatever, but if a lion and you are right next to each other and y'all see a cow and an apple tree. All right. So if you're starving, where you going? You're gonna see a live cow. All right. Most human beings, right, are like, I ain't fucking with that cow. First of all, even if you ain't hungry, be like, yo, you better give me a gun or something. If I gotta go up there and
Yeah.
kill it with myself, like, yeah, that shit gonna kick me. It's gonna do something crazy. Like you, 9 out of 10 times,
Yeah.
you are terrified of an animal. You know what I'm
I
saying?
need to
You'll go
watch
straight to
it.
that tree. That lion don't give a damn about them apples, bruh.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, so that I kind of always give people that analogy. Like when you start thinking about it, like when people say like, oh yeah, I love animals and this and that and the third. I'm like, but we have this disconnect. So we call cows beef and
Mhm.
steak. So it's like a word play. So it's taking you away from what it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like the only thing we call chicken is chicken. You know what I'm saying? But we call pig pork. Like
Yeah.
why do we change the names of things to like make it
Mhm.
separate and make you disconnected from like the source
Yeah.
of it? You know what I'm saying? It's like little
Yeah.
things. It's like tricky wordplay in the English language, bruh. It's like
Yeah.
it's weird, man.
Yeah.
No, that's real. Hey, nah, man.
Mm.
We need. I need to tap in, man. You know what I mean? You got to be my personal trainer. That's what it sounds like,
I
man.
mean, hey, we could do it.
Hey,
We
he
could do
got
this,
it.
bruh.
Yeah, he got it too.
Yeah.
He got the remedy for you, Lionel. So hey,
Nah.
I ain't know you had this access to you like this, man. You should.
Oh
I was
man.
cutting you a break, man. I felt you like you got no time. He said you got plenty of time.
Yeah, nah,
He
you got
said he
time, man.
said you
You got
got
Like
plenty
time.
Cuzzo
of
said,
time.
you put that pants leg in. You just hey one at a time.
Yeah,
That
bruh.
squat,
Yeah,
do the other one. Not
yeah.
as fair though. Not as fair.
Yeah,
But you gotta. You're right though. I think at the end of the day, you gotta look at it like you gotta make time.
Yeah.
yeah,
Regardless of what you're doing, you got to make time because
yeah, man.
before you run out of time. So that's that's
Yeah,
that's fair, man. That's fair. I'm gonna take heed, man. I'm gonna take heed. I appreciate that.
yeah, man. That's yeah, man. I like all that what you talking about, man. Because like I said, I'm in the middle, man. I could really if I had like I said, if I take a little bit more time, or if I just, what I'm saying, dive into it a little bit more like I should, I feel like I could be dangerous, man. I mean, I'm just saying like, cause I could tell, like, I feel better since I've been, what I'm saying, doing the juicing, since I've been trying to set my schedule. I ain't really fasting. I got a window, but I ain't really hitting it because like when I got home, I started eating at 8, so I should have been stopped at like 4, at least 5. So I got home at like 6:30. I didn't eat nothing bad, but I had some watermelon. I had a couple, some trail mix. I might have tasted a piece of turkey bacon that was on the table from this morning. But I'm saying I didn't have a meal. So that's where I'm messing up. But if I look at what I was doing, I might come home at 6:37, eat a whole meal.
Yeah.
And I already ate twice already today, like 2 meals already. Lunchtime I ate I might have ate a chicken sandwich and some fries from Chick-fil-A.
That's intuitive
Or
eating though. That's intuitive eating. Like you're listening to your body as well. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're just not eating just to eat. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like you're listening to your body subconsciously. So
Yeah.
You're doing right by yourself, you know.
Yeah. But I'm gonna tell you though, that juice, that's helped me a lot, man. Just
Yeah.
because, you know what I'm saying, I know what I'm putting in it. I know I used to buy them a lot from the store, already bottled up, and I realized that ain't the way to go. So
Yeah.
because I used to wonder like how the same thing I make, like I make my own watermelon juice, or I make my own, I don't know, apple, ginger, grape juice. And I'm thinking like they tell me the one I got in this jar, you got to drink this in 3 days. But the
Mhm.
one I got in the refrigerator, I could keep for like 2 or 3 months.
Yeah.
So I'm like, damn, how can I? Why is that gonna last so long? So that's how I knew
Yeah.
that
So
ain't that ain't it.
they do the cold press.
Cold press.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
yeah,
fooled
yeah,
me,
yeah,
man. They
yeah,
tricked
yeah.
me with that cold press, man.
Yeah, it's good for those who can't afford it. I mean, they can afford it or whatever, or can't
Yeah,
afford the juice and all that stuff. Yeah, like,
but it's
but
still high though. It's
yeah,
still
it's expensive. Oh,
expensive.
it's expensive as I don't know what. Because
You know what I
I
mean?
was on the same
So
kick. Yeah,
yeah, it's still expensive. You talking about $5, $6 for a 12, 16 ounce bottle.
yeah. If that,
When I could,
shoot, like I see 11 be like 11.4 ounces. I'm like, I can't even get a
yeah,
full 12. You know what I'm saying?
yep, yep,
Yeah,
yeah, man. Yeah, man. But that's just that's the process, man. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, they got, you know what I'm saying, that's people. At least we ain't doing that New Year's resolution talk where every
yeah,
year we talk about what we gonna do, but you know what I'm saying, it's just like I said, man, once you get started, man, I would tell anybody, man, like I said, I ain't where I need to be, but once you get through that first, you know what I'm saying, few days of it, a week or something, and you kind of like got it in, especially if you get a little bit of exercise with it, where you walk, you're doing some push-ups or anything, just something active, man, it just kind of, your body kind of like adapt to it, man. You ain't as hungry as you really think, man.
yeah.
Like I ain't never gonna pass out. Like if I feel like that, I'm gonna grab something. But I'm just saying, once you start doing it, man, it ain't really bad, man. And like you said, man, the food just that's what they put here. All that stuff that's out there and on the shelf, man. It's like it ain't really made for us to be healthy, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The stuff that's in the stores, man. Because you look at it, I don't know why, but in Whole Food, that's where everybody go. So why they want to make us pay the most for the healthiest stuff?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you can get the cheap stuff all day long. We can give you that bulk Hawaiian Punch juice,
Yep.
2 gallons for $1.
The dollar, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? McDonald's give you a Big Mac for $1. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? You couldn't put that on the grill. You wouldn't charge nobody for $1 for
Dollar,
two
exactly.
two patties and bread. You wouldn't give nobody that off your grill. So
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It's out here, man. But hey, you just gotta focus in, man, because that shit killing people, man.
Yeah,
It's,
facts.
it's it's taking you out of here, dog. And like I said, man, we all in the 30s. I'm almost out of mine. We all in our 30s, and you think about it, man. If you do the right thing, man, you could be sitting right here 30 more years, still talking like we talking and
Easy.
moving around like we moving around, man, easily.
Easy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Still
proud of you.
performing, still performing.
Yeah, nah. You hey, you setting a good example though. You setting a good example though, bro.
Yeah,
For sure. You know what I mean?
yeah, man.
You gotta stay with it. Gotta stay with it.
Yeah.
It's,
Hey,
it's
Lana,
what it is.
you gonna let them put the bowl in for us?
Yeah,
What's up, man?
He's gonna have to put the bow in it for us for the night, man. But I think that at the end of the day, man, these are conversations we need to have. Is one as men, black men, for our sons, for our daughters. You know what I mean? I think this is kind of even for our wives, man. I think they need it,
Yeah.
like you said, and so to wrap this up, man, to put a bow, man, Cuzzo, you can give us a key for the day, man. What you got for the good people, man?
Hey, I'm gonna keep it simple, man. Kindness costs nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I know we didn't really talk about all that today, but just in general, just kindness costs nothing, man. Just be kind to people. You know what I'm saying? See all people as you. You know what I'm saying? A reflection of you. So kindness costs nothing. You know what I'm saying? And do things and express gratitude. You know what I'm saying? Do things out of the kindness of your heart. Don't expect things in return. So
Yeah.
that's kindness costs
That's
nothing.
what's up. That's what's up.
And
And
your
cuz
health
we
is your
gotta have
wealth,
you.
bro. And you got time,
Yeah,
cuz you got time.
yeah. Hey, tomorrow morning I'm gonna have the kids videotape me, man. I'm gonna send it.
I'm
I'm gonna
gonna
send it
need
out,
that. I'm
man.
gonna need that.
That's what we're gonna do though. That's what we're gonna eventually.
Yeah.
We gonna get us some like right now, man. We need our like a separate. Me and him get our own separate like pages so we can do all that. Because right now the one we got for us, like My wife got it. She could get on it to do stuff, and I could get on it, but then it won't let nobody else get on it without me being off of it, her being off of it.
Gotcha.
So, he'd send me something, hey, throw this up there, blah, blah, blah. But once we get, eventually, a couple weeks, couple months, we get our own, neighborhood CEO, separate personal pages. So then we can document all that personal stuff we doing, man. Mm-hmm. Wake up in the morning, checking on. We're like Wes and all them do, man. They do that up here, man. They always, every morning, it's like 6 or 7 of them. And they checking in with, they done did their push-ups. They done did their running for the morning. And they tagging everybody.
Accountability.
Yeah. So that's cool because once you get enough people that's paying attention to whether it's 100 people or it's 2,000, they're going to know that, Lionel did his, where John at? You know what I'm saying? Well, Lamar did his thing, Lionel did his thing, but we ain't see you. So then you going to have other people, whether they say it to you or not, you going to know like, damn, I gotta do something for the day. I got to make sure I get mine in. You know what I'm saying? Before whatever it is, before the day over. So that's going to be good, man. That's going to help us, you know what I'm saying, with everything. Just business, health, personal, whatever we got going on, man. You get a group, man. You get a team with you, man. You can work better than you working by yourself. So
for sure.
Yeah, we definitely going to do that, man. But yeah, man, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you.
Nah, I appreciate y'all having me on here, man. I appreciate y'all having me on here. Looking forward to hearing myself on here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. Watch it. You're going to see it. You're going to hear it and hear it, man. But
hopefully we can do this again for sure. Because I got plenty of gems I can talk about when it comes to the health and just like nutrition and all that stuff.
Like I said, man, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we definitely going to start every week, man, because it looks like interviews that's our thing, man. Let people tell their story. Let people, you know what I'm saying, let other people hear what people got going on, like around here in our area and other places. So we're gonna take another day out so we can just, you know what I'm saying, chop it up like we used to. And then, you know what I'm saying, let people, not everybody, but people like you come in and, you know what I'm saying, because it's better. The more people we can talk to, man, it's better because like every day we can't come up with, hey, today let's do this. So when we on here together, we chopped out, we called out a couple topics. Then from there, we just did our own thing. So we ain't have no script, man. So that's when it's the best, man. When it's just organic conversation, man. So
agreed.
Yeah, we definitely going to do it again, man. And we appreciate you. What's your Instagram?
Healthy Fit with Lamb.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna tag you anyway, so they're gonna see you, man. They're gonna check out what you got going on, man. Again, we appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all subscribe, Neighborhood CEOs on all the platforms. Make sure y'all check Lamar out. We're gonna tag him in his page and any other page he got. We'll get it and tag him and all that, post it. But man, hey, this has been our first trio episode, man. You know what I'm saying? We always have guests, but we ain't ever have them where they just engaging on everything. So this is the first #1 fan of Neighborhood CEOs, man, and he's gonna be he's official ambassador of the Neighborhood CEO. So
he go like, hey, when you get that merch package, man, you gotta put it on. You gotta open it up.
Say less. Signing day, baby. Signing day.
Yeah, and he gonna be like our mannequin, man. Since he fit. Everything we get, we're gonna send it to him. Let him hit the runway.
Got you. We in there. Got you.
All right, dog, man. We appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, Lamar, man. Love you, bro.
Appreciate y'all too. Peace and blessings.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all boys be good.
All right.
Peace.
All right.
Now rocking with the elite.